everyone, this is Delta and welcome to another episode of the SofaWorld. So this is episode 7 and today we're going to work on some plans around the base and also in the nether, just expanding the base and creating more room for ourselves. So this past couple of days or so I've been enchanting some tools, so we'll check those out. Now I've got some efficiency 3 silk touch 1 and efficiency 4 on axe. I used it a fair bit to chop in a whole bunch of wood for a prank that you'll see eventually soon. Efficiency 4. I got a whole bunch of picks as normal, but my main thing is that I've got now a fortune 3 efficiency 4, which is amazing. So now I can get some of this redstone out in the blocks. I wouldn't mind just trying it out. Get some lapis, get some diamond. We have that as well. Now I have these blocks. I really want to test out to see how much they do. However, in 1.3, obviously we get XP for farming some of these blocks, which would be cool. So I'll save some of them. I'll save. Why not we just save the diamonds and everything like that till then, and we'll just do the redstone, because we need redstone a fair bit. Surprisingly, we're running out. We'll be running out soon after today's work. So we'll just go down. Well, we'll do it here, I guess, if there's enough room. Actually, we'll go down to our basement. So I'll set up first, and then we'll be back. All right. So we set it up. I think we had approximately 83 blocks. So I'll just place them all down. It looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do is rip through them with this pick. It should be quite well, and we'll count how much we get. I've got a fair bit of netherrack on me, so I might just get rid of that. But let's rip into this and see how much we get. So in the end of the episode, last episode, sorry, we talked about possibly making a second story onto my house, just a simple test area. I haven't been aware to work on it as of yet, so what I'll be doing today is doing some basic plans for that, as well as the nether. I have one immediate plan that I want to kind of do that may take up the episode, and that is create a Netherwart farm. I'll show you the farm that I use temporary for now, but eventually I want to create a permanent fixture, which I have plans for now. So we'll take a look at that soon. And that should be good. That'll use a whole bunch of redstone, or the way I plan to use it, we'll use a whole bunch of redstone. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.5 stacks approximately from that, which is pretty cool considering I started with one and a bit stacks. So that's about 7 from one block, which is really cool. So I like this pick. I needed more efficiency. So more fortune 3 picks. I've only got 1 fortune 3 and I think 2 fortune 2s. So what I'll have to do is start enchanting more fortune picks, which is pretty cool. I've been using the blaze spawners recently. Kushi's been setting up a dual blaze spawner. One of them is completely set up. I've been using potions, and I've managed to get 50 levels off one potion, or I can roughly attempt it. It lags my computer a bit because the amount of mobs I need to actually stack up before I can use it, which is pretty cool though, they're having to get that much. So what are we going to do now? So we'll quickly jump over to the nether and we'll start working out some plans. Okay, so we're just in the nether now. This is just behind my portal, as we saw in the last video. So this is my temporal Netherwart farm. So I don't really use as much besides collecting the first couple of bits. I've got a fair bit of it already, and so I actually probably could remove it now and not need it for a while. However, I'd like a permanent fixture. One that I don't have to use often, one that's not in the way too much. And I thought a perfect way to do it is to integrate it into a wall. Now, most modern designs for Netherwart consist of a wall, or it's set up using pistons or something like that. Because water, you can't obviously get into nether. If you can, you've obviously got it from previous parts where you had ice blocks. But besides that, yeah, you can't really use water, so you have to have a one line setup or something similar, unless you have a big pad. So the most efficient way is to obviously put it in a wall or have it something like this where you can walk by and hit it without having to walk on the soul sand. So what I've decided to do is I will probably integrate it into a wall of mine out in here. I want to actually integrate it into this entire wall along this side only, not this side, because on the other side of that is Kushi's tunnel. So this entire length, bar maybe this the very end here, so it'd be like this, like that, and have a casing around it will be a Netherwart farm. It'll be at this level in terms that the Netherwart will be on top of here, or roughly here, and it'll be pushed off using pistons, individual pistons. I could use normal pistons, but I want to use sticky pistons so I can actually hide the pistons themselves. I haven't yet decided what to put on the pistons, if I want to put on just plain wood, or if I want to put on sandstone again. Now if I was to use plain wood, the plain wood pretty much looks just like normal sticky pistons, so normal pistons, so I could use them instead. But I haven't decided yet on what block I want to use, but just in case I want to do it so I can use sticky pistons. I know it would cost a bit more money in terms of effort in terms of getting slime balls, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do is just clear out an area behind here. We need a decent area, maybe about 3 wide or so. And as you can see underneath here, there's a fair drop. So I will work it out, and we'll be back, I guess, once we get all the way to the very end. Alright, so I've just cleared out a simple area just while we test it. I wasn't too sure if we would replace these blocks here and then have them like that. I don't know, it really depends on the look. So I want it to have 2 blocks in now, or yeah, start there, so it'll be like this, just so we have some room. So I could either do like this and continue along like that, and that would work to that effect. I'm not sure how that looks, to be honest. And then directly behind these would be these pistons or whatever that go along the back like that. Netherwart would be placed on the front like this, and it'd be like that. Now that works, but I wanted to try another one. I guess we'll do it here. So we'll just push this out a bit, and then we'll do this as well. So another one is to do it behind, like that, and the reason being I pushed these out is because I need to have half slabs, I reckon. Like so. I'm not too sure if we'd have them like that. And then behind here I would have them like so. The reason why we have half slabs here is so I can easily get to them. Now when the pistons do push out, they should be pushed out on there and not onto the ground, which is a good thing, so I should be able to walk past and collect them. So I think this design here is a bit more interesting. I could do more things with this block over here. I could have wood there, I could have glowstone, it really depends. And I think I may go with this design rather than just that one there. So what I'll do, I guess I'll have to prep the entire area over here, all the way up to top, and get it ready for the back. So I'll have to extend the back it further, put half slabs up top, and then run down the soul sand. Now, I've come into a bit of an issue here. I'm not too sure what I could do. Obviously this room extends out further down this way, and thus it will either impede on here, or this will impede on this. I could combat this by either finishing that early, the soul sand farm, or sorry, the Netherwart farm, or doing finishing off this early. Hey. So I think what I'm going to do is actually going to have a happy medium and just kind of finish it in the middle. So I might bring this out maybe 2 blocks away from the drop, so maybe about here, like so, and then we'll have the wall obviously continue along like that, and our storage will start straight away along this wall here. Just to make sure, I may put it one further block down just in case we need more room, but yeah, we'll work it out. But yeah, so the storage will start straight away along this wall, and then the entire room will continue out further down this way. So I'll start clearing out some of the space at the back, and we'll get on to obviously building the entire thing. Alrighty, so I've just cleared out some of the area. I've left some of the netherrack in so I can start placing the pistons. I need more slime balls, so what I might have to do is quickly go to someone's farm or someone's place that has a slime chunk and start getting some of the more slime balls, as I'm all out now. So I probably need another 20 or so pistons. But yeah, if you can understand how it's going to work, I'll be using repeaters behind them. I'll probably replace all the netherrack with cobblestone because netherrack can be destroyed quite easily by ghasts, and I'll create a basic platform / area room that's safe for redstone wiring, and it'll be staggered, so it's not all going to go at once. It's going to go like ding 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 along the way through, and I want to make it look pretty cool. So there'll be a lot of redstone repeaters because I have to have one repeater behind each single piston, plus I'll have to have one every 8 or so just so it delays. I'm thinking about I'm trying to work out how to do the timing. Like I said, I would like a nice fancy timing, so either one goes starts there, ends over there. However, that's going to use a lot of repeaters. There are other ways where I can group them into there's packs of 4 or just groups of 16. Either way, I'll work it out so we can have chunks go each pass. But it's going to be use a lot of repeaters no matter what. So I'm going to probably need to grab some more redstone. I've got more at my base, plus some over here as well. But yeah, what I'm going to do is quickly grab some more resources. I need more slime balls. I need more sticky pistons. And then we'll work out what repeaters we need and whatnot. So shouldn't be too long, but it's a lot of resources. I'm using all my iron. I've got to go digging more for more resources again soon. All my iron supplies are nearly out, or out in terms of before I hit the blocks. Remember how I've got 64 iron blocks, so I have to probably start using those soon. But what I'll do is I'm going to grab some slime balls, so I have to get some resources together, and then we'll go to someone's place and grab some. What the hell is going on? Damn right. Okie dokie. I managed to get more pistons or more sticky balls, slime balls. I went to I went to Brady's farm. He has a slime farm. It doesn't work too well, to be honest, but I still slugged it out and eventually got enough. I got 5 left over. But yeah, I roughly worked it out how much I wanted to go. These guys are really annoying me. I've already went on one rampage and killed them all. But then some more spawned. Man, they're really annoying me. Why? I want to kill them, but this fire aspect doesn't really do much to them because, for one, they can't catch fire, and 2, it's nearly broken. We'll retire this to sort of rampage. But yeah, I've placed a cobblestone end down. This is just so it'd be ghast proof from underneath. There's only one layer underneath, and as you saw, ghast like spawning here anyway. So just enough room for a ghast to spawn in here. That's the way I like it. It's nice and tight. So yeah, it's all done, and I roughly know what to do now in terms of wiring. I laid some out. I'm gonna do it so it staggers. So it goes that one. It goes like one after the other, and it'll go one tick in between each single one, all the way to the end. It's a tiny bit more wiring, or I think it's a tiny bit more wiring, but we should have enough. I'm gonna need a bunch of these repeaters and redstone and all that jazz. So I'm going to probably craft these. Probably have to craft more because I need so much. From memory, this is how you do repeaters. No, other way around. So what I'll do is come back, I'll grab some repeaters and we'll start setting up. Just while I'm up at my base, I thought I'd show you what I've been doing out here. I've made a little tree farm down here. Now I'm not sure if I've got any saplings on me. should have saplings maybe down here. But I've been using this tree farm a tiny bit to collect. I want my what are they called? Target. The other ones. So I place them down here, obviously, and then I go get bone meal them, come up and place it. It's just an easy way to place it because I can't place anything else. Obviously won't spawn in this either, so it doesn't have to be too bright, but it works great. And I've just been using it briefly for a while when I was doing the prank, but I'll probably start using it more to collect obviously wood. It just makes it much more cleaner in my base. It means I don't have to have trees everywhere. I can just have it in one little pad and keeps it all organized. So again, we'll hop back over to the nether now and we'll continue on. Alrighty, we've got our repeaters, probably not enough. We'll have to get more, I'm just guessing. Definitely more. So what now, I've got the basic plan in my head. Hopefully I can transfer it across. So what I've decided that, as this is my main chest area for the hub, for the nether, sorry, we will place the main import source right here. And this will go into the back of it. Now, as this is the main end, I wanted the pistons to start at this end and end at that end. So we have a first piston here, second, third, fourth, and whatnot. So the first one fires, second fires, third, etc. And then at the very end, that last one fires. So it's only going to be one direction, and I mean that by like the fact that if we have a button down that end as well, which I probably will wire up, it won't fire in the opposite direction in terms that that one won't go first and this one will go last. It always will be this one first, that one last, if that makes sense. Yeah, so always 1, 2, 3, because I can't wire it backwards with all the repeaters. Probably is possible, but I really cannot be bothered, and I think it will suffice as is. So from memory, let's get this started. We need to pull the signal out, so we'll just test it, I guess, to see if it's working. Perfect. Now, for this in order to work, you'll see soon why I'm doing this. We have a block here, repeater there, and we want to wire it into this, and then repeaters all along here. Now, you'll understand soon what I'm doing with the block over there, and that adds a little bit. So second, third, fourth, like so. So we now have like that, which is cool. So once we've done like that, we'll need to transfer that signal like so. No, we need one back, I think. So transfer like that into it, and then again another block here, piston there, sorry, repeater there, sorry, and then pull the signal down, I think, into the repeater. So we have 3 repeaters in a gap, and then like so. This repeater gets it on 4. That gets it on 1 extra, 2, and 3. And if that makes sense, you'll understand that it now goes like so. So I'll just explain what actually happens. So for this one, the first one, it goes into this first repeater. First repeater set on a 0 tick, 1 tick delay because it's just repeated, which goes into this block, which powers this piston. The power then goes into this one, which goes into a second tick delay, which goes into the one straight after that one, so on forth, so on forth. And then once it goes through that, on no delay, as we are with no delay, it goes into here, so it's straight away to 4. So 4 being after this one, so it's the same delay as this one, and then we add another delay, which fires that one and repeats itself. So it's pretty much, yeah, it always works out that the last one will be the last piston, just +1, and then we can every so we have 3, then block, then 3. Now I'll explain what these blocks will do. Everywhere there's a block, there will be a setup like this, and at the very end, I don't have any on me, it will be a redstone lamp. And what this will do is that we can transfer the signal up into the lamp, and every time we harvest, there will be a light here, and that'll flash on and flash off all the way down. So it'll flash and kind of light up as we go down. So what I will do is I will continue wiring this up. It won't take too long. I'll probably need to get more repeaters, which is fine. But what I'll do is I'll finish off camera and then we'll come back and hopefully it'll be all done. So won't be long. All wired up. It looks amazing. Looks so cool. I just didn't have enough repeaters, so made some more. Wasn't much, but I think it works fine. I've just tested it once. I'll test it again, but it looks pretty cool. It doesn't lag me up too much, but I'm presuming if other people use it, it probably lag them. But yeah, we'll give it a go. And see how cool it is. It'd be awesome to time the cart with it as well. Let's see if I can hop in the car, press the button, and press the next button. Oh. Not the most skillful. Okay, I'll try again. Attempt number 2. No. It's not letting me do it. There we go. So that looks cool. And it works fine. It's working great. So as you can see, I've got lamps on me. So we'll go chuck them in. Shouldn't take too long to wire up. Just a bit more redstone and some cobblestone just to support the redstone. And in between, I decided that I will probably stick with sandstone. I tried wood, just testing around, it didn't work. So we'll just test this one out. As you can see, it lights up. And there'll be a half slab here, so on the roof here, there'll be a half slabs. I have them somewhere, but we'll organize it later. So for now, I will have to do this to all of them. And then just place the lamps like so. Hopefully I have enough lamps. I think 32 would cover it, maybe not. But simple wiring. And it gives off light as well, which is pretty cool. Like so. And in between, like that. And then, like I said, half slabs on the roof, netherrack there, and then cobblestone here. I'm going to use the different cobblestone, the one with the circle or the square texture. It's flat. I'm not sure if I've got any on me. I don't, but I can make some. Easy to do, flat like that. And I just prefer that texture on the side. I was thinking of actually replacing all my walls with it as well, but if I have time, maybe one day I'll go do that. It's a lot of effort. And so, like that. And then I'll do this as well, I guess. Just for something differentiate. Like that. So it looks pretty cool and works quite well. So what I'll do is I'll finish up the rest of the main looks, and I guess we'll start planting the Netherwart when we come back. Alright, it's all done. Woo! So it's looking pretty cool, looking pretty neat. I'm looking a bit concerned about how this top part looks. It's almost worth taking it out completely. This half slabs here, I'm not too sure. But I've also got an alternative. Maybe I drop it down like that. I still have a right axis. I can't. If I run like that, I think I still can get to them. If not, I can stand it back a bit. So I'm thinking I prefer this look. It's just bit harder to get to the plants, so I may actually replace this top edge and drop it down like this. I think as long as it all works fine, I'm happy. But I'll have to give this a go and see how it looks. But yeah, we'll come back and hopefully it'll be done. Alrighty, that is all done. So I've moved them down now. It looks much better. I'm still concerned about the overall look. I may actually add more variance in colour other than just sandstone. Now, this wall's a bit plain over here. I could do something similar on the other side if I have enough room. I'll have to work out how much room I've got. If not, I could just do a non-automated one and just have as a feature on the right hand side, which should be fine. I've put in a return line, as you can see over here. That's pretty cool. So that works all the way down there, and it's all hooked up with redstone repeaters and everything. So I'd actually be quite interested to see how much room I've got over on that side, and how much I would actually need to work on if I had enough, because I quite like the look of it, and it'd be pretty cool if I could do it symmetrical all the way down. So I thought we would try it from this end now and test out this return function, so I can actually receive a lot of it on this end and see how it looks. To be honest, so we'll give it a go. I haven't actually tried this before, so if it does not work, it's all on testing. So it'll take a while, but it didn't take too long. As you can see, it's coming down, popping it all off, and it comes off. So now we can either run by and just plant as we collect, or so as I was concerned about, these are slightly in the way, but it's not too bad. You can still plant even though you really can't see it too well, and you can go around doing this and just picking them up again, like so. And if you can see, just even from that, I've got 40, and then we're even obviously a lot of them are even grown. So I will have Netherwart for days. I will never need to farm again. And I guess this could be used for someone else, or someone else who's Netherwart, they can come and use this. That said, I'm probably going to end the episode here. It's a lot longer than I actually thought. I didn't think it would take so long to actually build this. I had some other plans to do this episode. But that's fine. We're living for the next episode. We're pretty cool. Other than that, I'm quite happy with the progress so far. I'll work something out over here. I have some other plans, not just for Netherwart, so I was going to actually implement. But maybe I'll do it on these walls over here. But other than that, that's about it for the episode. So we'll catch you later. This is Delta from the Sofa Bros. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Subscribe for more, all that jazz. And yeah, catch you later. Delta out. Bye.